Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trail Cold Steel. Yes, we have done a little bit of a thing different since the last episode. I replayed the beginning and you might wonder why? Well, for one simple reason, because I think I already said that in the previous episode that I've heard that the game can be pretty easy on normal. And I thought, hey, why not just change the difficulty if it gets too easy, just to make it a little bit harder. And then I've learned that there is no possibility to make it harder. So I thought about it, read the comments, and decided, you know what, let's try it on hard. Because people are saying that hard is basically normal. And with everything we've learned in Trail in the Sky, I think we should be able to do this, right? And if not, the power of editing will help us along the way. Because I truly do believe that if you're having a hard time with an enemy or a boss, we just need a change of tactics. And I think we should be able to do that. And if not, I will just enlist your help while we're going through the series. So, I replayed everything on hard mode. It took me a little bit less time than before. I also talked to everyone, displayed the scenes that we saw, the one in the chapel and the one here. So basically everything should be exactly the same. Maybe the only thing different is what we got from the wooden chests in the pre-area, but I don't think we got to take that with us in here. So I think we're all good. So let's get to the academy for orientation and see what's gonna happen.
So this is it.
Our start at Thors Military Academy.
Thors Military Academy. Founded by the legendary Emperor Drykles himself.
Another class member?
Thank you for your patience, sir. We've arrived at the academy.
Definitely a noble.
Much obliged.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
You're a noble. You will definitely stand out. Just look at the shirt you're wearing. It's so much different, and the way you hold yourself, you'll stand out, but it's not a bad thing.
But, sir...
This isn't open for debate. Take whatever rest you need, then return to Bereahard.
As you wish. I shall be departing, sir. May your time spent in these hallowed halls be all you've hoped for. Please take care of yourself.
Alright. Beautiful looking car.
An orbital limousine. And one of Reinford's fanciest models, too. Looks like even Erebonia's upper crust send their children here.
Alright. And I have changed the volume a little bit, but like I said, I'm still tweaking.
Welcome to Thors Military Academy.
By the next episode, I'm sure we'll have it perfect.
Let's see. Yes, you're the last of them. That make you Rean Schwarzer, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being.
Oh, right. It mentioned something about that in the guidebook.
Rean handed his bag to the boy.
Thanks. We should be able to return it to you before long. You'll hardly even miss it.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thors.
We're glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
I'm sure it will, but let's get through the next 5 months first and see what happens.
I guess those two must be second years? That girl definitely looked younger than me, though. What was that about me being the last? I'm not seriously the very last student to check in, am I?
Not of the school, because we see another
Sounds like
one
it's about time for the ceremony to start, though.
coming in back there, but maybe from the class that we're from.
Well, here's to the start of a great 2 years.
Now, if I may, I'd like to say a few words in closing about this Academy's illustrious history.
Principal Vandyck. Alright.
Thors Military Academy was founded almost 220 years ago. Its founder, as I'm sure you're all aware, was none other than the great Emperor Drykos. The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian Empire. 30 years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution. It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war. But with the mechanization of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the army. Our mission, however, remains the same: to prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Drykos' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Well, at least it's not kill or be killed. I like this one a little bit better.
Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young. Yet still the question remains: what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation? I hope this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
The foundation of the world, huh?
Yeah. Talk about laying some major pressure on your students. You'll change the world, or else you will not succeed here.
No pressure, right?
No kidding. Though, this is Drykos the Lionheart we're talking about. He didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy road. Guess we've got more to worry about than just passing exams, huh?
I guess we do.
Elliot Cragg.
I'm Elliot Craig. Nice to meet you.
Cragg. Name sounds familiar.
Rean Schwarzer. Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah, no idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though. Most of the other students are wearing green.
Well, I've also seen a few wearing white, so color does mean a certain distinction.
Well, except for the ones in the white uniforms. Those must be the nobles.
And there it is.
Looks that way. Though,
Something wrong?
nah, just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close of Thors' 215th entrance ceremony. Next, please proceed to the class designated in your guidebook. There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum. That is all. Dismissed!
The class designated in our guidebook? I don't remember seeing anything like that.
Yeah, but it does look like everybody that has a red uniform doesn't have a class indication. That's why they're still sitting here, apparently.
There wasn't any information on that in mine either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right! Students in red uniforms, if I can have your attention, please. By now, you're probably all confused. Where's my class assignment, you're probably thinking. That's perfectly understandable. Your situation is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
Okay.
What?
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Worry not. Everything will be made clear soon enough.
I truly hope so.
Now, right this way, if you would.
The only thing I'm getting from this is that we're probably one class and we're very special. That we're getting special treatment. But why?
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea, but we're not going to accomplish anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
Might as well. Why were those nobles there? Because they got their class orientation, right? Or are nobles treated differently here? And is that why they're standing there? Because I don't want to be the first to leave the room.
What is this place?
Why is there a building this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
Is it me? Or there's something gonna happen soon, isn't it? She's way too happy right now. Very suspicious.
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kinda does. I think this is everyone I've seen with a red uniform so far. I guess we really are part of the same class then.
I assumed, but yes. And some people are on the lookout. Probably just curious.
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though. I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd hate to have put in a year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Wait, when did you do any work? You were just slacking off the whole time.
Says the master slacker. Still, looks like Elisa's got some stiff competition. Quite a bevy of beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of them.
Ah, alright. I should have known with all the leather she's wearing. Yeah, she swings that way. Oh, who knows, maybe she swings both ways. Not one to judge, we'll see. I hope we'll see.
Oh, you know one of them? Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on. Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido? Did you just sneer at me? Oh, you did, didn't you?
Oh, she did. I feel like she heard that as more of a challenge than anything else.
Come on now, no fighting, you two.
Well, look who finally made it. Nice work.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Yep, they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Now you sound the part of the student council president.
What are they up to with my class?
Guess she's going all in.
Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway. Everything's ready over there, right?
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked. Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've been picked for didn't even exist before this year. Guess all we can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
So we're a new class. I'm sure it's gonna get explained soon. Old Schoolhouse, first floor. Sarah Valestine.
The name's Sarah Valestine.
Stein, okay. Thank you for correcting. This is what I mean with characters being voiced. Very easy way to correct my pronunciations.
I'm the instructor in charge of Class 7, which means you get the pleasure of seeing me all year.
And a true pleasure it is.
Glad to finally meet you.
Wait, Class 7?
Us?
I'm not sure I understand. I wasn't told anything about this at enrollment.
Excuse me, Instructor Sarah? I was under the impression that there were only 5 classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thors entrance exam. Students in each year are divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
So we're an experiment. Doesn't bode well, does it?
What do you...
We now have a 6th class, fittingly titled Class 7. And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
So why are we not named Class 6 then, if there are 5 others? Is it just to put us aside from all the other classes, having a break in between, so they know that we are separate, we are special? Well, we're an experiment, so of course we're special. Interesting.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
You're really putting nobles and commoners in the same class?
This must be some kind of joke. And why is this the first I've heard of it?
Well, who are you again?
Machias Regnitz.
Machias Regnitz. And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this. Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
Just get along? And how would you propose we do that?
One step at a time.
And what's your problem?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom.
Damn, Machias sure has a thing against nobles. And he's very extremely clear about that.
Please, milord, Do share your esteemed name with us so I can give you all the respect you deserve.
Jusis Alberea.
Jusis Alberea. Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
Okay, so let me guess. His family is famous. Considering the reaction.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son of Duke Alberea, Lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Well, you don't get much more noble than that.
Interesting. I'd heard the rumors.
And one person that couldn't give a shit. She just, alright, it's okay.
Do you expect me to be impressed? Your family lineage means nothing to me. I'll never bend my knee to the likes of...
Okay, that's enough. I'm sure a couple of you have a few grievances, but now's not the time. I'll hear your complaints later. Right now, you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it from me to keep you from our fun little icebreaker.
What's gonna be our icebreaker? I'm getting a feeling that we're about to be attacked or something.
You mentioned this orienteering exercise earlier. What exactly does that involve?
It's a form of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between a map-reading exercise and a scavenger hunt?
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it? But I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started, shall we?
She's enjoying this way too much.
What?
Oh, crap.
What?
Okay, a little bit excessive, isn't it?
Come on, Fee. No cheating. You're going with them and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Fee is something else, isn't she? I like her already.
Oh, what just happened?
The floor gave out from under us.
No, they basically made a very oversized trapdoor in order to basically drop you all into a dungeon of some kind, I'm sure. That's the scavenging part, isn't it?
I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then?
What does that woman think she's playing at?
I thought my heart was gonna jump out of my chest. Hey, Rean, are you... okay?
I think he's more than okay. Very anime opening.
Oh, what happened? Huh?
Well, this is a bit awkward.
This is wonderful, to be honest. Talk about an icebreaker.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
I do understand. A little bit excessive though, because it was an accident, right? It's not like he threw her down on top of himself.
Wow, it's just not your day, is it?
Well, now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve. I hope.
Hit bottom? Come on, that was gonna be the highlight of your entire year, I'm sure of it. Hey, those are their weapon cases, isn't it? The one he had to deliver at the entrance.
Anyway?
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables. Huh?
Is this?
It's coming from the devices we received with the Academy guidebook.
Oh, I thought those were their orbment units. So they're basically like mobile phones? Very big flip phones.
Seems to be some sort of portable orbment.
Right you are. These handy little devices are a special kind of battle orbment.
Is that Miss Valestine?
So these devices have built-in communications functionality then?
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model battle orbments made through a partnership between the Epstein Foundation and Reinford Company.
Uh-huh. Okay, so they are orbments, they just have the ability to communicate with each other. That's a big improvement, considering that in Trails in the Sky they had to communicate through big telephones at the guild houses. Good improvement. Having said that, when does this play in correlation to Trails in the Sky? During? Just after? It can't be before, because I would suggest that if they had these kinds of orbments, we will be using them in Trails in the Sky too, right? Especially since it's a collaboration between the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company.
Newly made 5th generation battle orbments, in fact. They're called Arcus units.
Arcus.
So these are battle orbments. That means they'll allow us to use arts, right?
Sure will. Just set a quartz into one of its slots and you can use arts all the livelong day. Which is why I've prepared enough quartz for each and every one of you. The weapons you brought are all here too, each packaged neatly along a little box containing a quartz. Find yours, and try setting the quartz into your Arcus.
Alright.
I suppose it can't hurt to try.
What is this woman thinking?
Well, I think she's mostly having fun with it, as it did say that it wasn't her decision to form the class the way it did, so I think she's just going with it and see where it leads.
Let's see. Mine is that one.
I already see it. That's straight ahead.
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
Alright, we get to walk around a little bit. I'm guessing that once we get to our own station, that the story will continue. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, because I think the voices are a little bit loud compared to the music, I want to put it down one tick.
Here we go!
Yes, I think that would be okay. And I think the rest I can change in editing. It's just the balancing between the music and the voices that I want to have right. Alright, let's talk to everyone before we head over to our own station. Oh, I don't have much experience with battle orbments myself. I'll do as we were instructed for now, though. No worries. What a pain. This seems pretty useful. I should test it out and see what it can do. our illustrious instructor seems fond of toying with others. She really truly does, but I think that's gonna be a fun aspect of the entire thing. You don't want to teach it as a little bit too serious. Why do I have to put up with this? Hey, about before. The future is looking bleak. Well, to be honest, if you've seen your animes, that's usually also a sign that she is gonna be his love interest, right? First bump in at the station, a fated encounter, and then having her fall on top of you, breast first in your face. I'm calling this very clear signs. I know this is a military academy, but I didn't think they'd throw us into battles quite this quickly. She even told us to get our Quartz all set up too. What in the world is he planning on throwing us into? Well, I have an idea. I see a door. I see kids with weapons. Is it gonna be a fight? A dungeon? Possibly even both. Good. My blade seems undamaged. I'm not particularly adept with orbital arts, but it may be the best to have some prepared regardless. Good. Okay, let's get to our own station. Obtained force.
What's this?
That's called a Master Quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use arts.
Okay, so that's new.
Go on, give it a try.
Orbments, a general term for mechanical devices that extract orbital energy from Septian and use it to generate magical effects and enhancements. A personal use device that can harness orbital energy in a variety of ways, depending on the quartz set in it. Since they are tailor-made for their users, the orbment internal structure varies from one to another. A circuit made from Septian fragments called Sepit set into battle orbments to harness a variety of powers and properties. Master Quartz. A special kind of quartz which can be set into the center of a new Argus battle orbment. These quartz are stronger and more adaptable than regular quartz, and by fighting battles with one set in your orbment, it will level up and gain new abilities. Yeah, but the thing I'm wondering, can we also change the Master Quartz to something else if we wanted to? Would be cool though. And if we do, will it keep the level, or is the level of the quartz fixed to the person that's leveling it? I'm getting way ahead of myself. Set the Master Quartz into Rean's Arcus. Quartz can be set in the orbit section of the camp menu. Alright, let's do it. Arts and quartz. We have nothing. Okay, this looks a lot the same. I'm assuming that the colors are like the different lines that combine each other to create combinations. Basically what we had in Trails in the Sky. And I don't think this would naturally be like an elemental. I think maybe the circle behind it is. Like this will be fire and whatever this is. Maybe shadow? Well, we'll learn. Killing enemies restores CP. CP plus 5 per enemy killed. Art starting out with Fire Bolt. And this looks like a very attack orientated Master Quartz. Killing enemies restores CP. Okay, CP orientated. Do we have others? Not yet. And Fire Bolt. And just like it said. And the weapon is called the Kazakiri. A light, easy-to-use blade designed to cut through the wind. Very interesting indeed. No costumes. I do have to say that I got a whole bunch of DLC when I bought the game, of course, from Steam. We'll have to see which ones we are gonna open when. Because they will help us along the way. Of course, with Serum Powder and Serum Capsule, I can already guess what it's gonna do, because it's a very powerful healing item. We used them in Trails in the Sky as well. It's more of a fact like, where do we want to use the others for? Can we use them, or will they put us in a location that will make the game too easy? But it looks like an accessory, ingredients, shining palm bait, don't know what it is yet. Free trial pack, 2 palms, Zen powders. 3 healing items and 4 types of quartz. So it doesn't look too excessive. Like, it's not like it's a weapon or armor pack which will put us so far ahead that everything will be too easy. So I'm thinking that we can probably open all of these, but please let me know in the comments if we can, or if that would put us way too far ahead of the game. But I think it will be fine, right? Alright. I think that's good.
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want. These Arcus units have plenty more nifty features. But I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once, so we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do. When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon. It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once.
Nah. I have experience, I've been in dungeons before, I think I can get out of it.
But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around though, so don't let your guard down even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to go too far too fast, so I'll take it. I'll get out of here. To be safe, of course. It's not like we're gonna do it for the kids.
I don't think she's joking.
And just where do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here, and I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do. Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all.
Yeah, Machias and Juices, they will be great friends, I can already tell.
Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
He is poking the bear a lot, though, I have to say that.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us! If that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you! I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class system dragging me down.
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna split it between female and male team.
It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as... well, I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and she can join us then. So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
If you'll excuse us, please.
She is really still pissed at Rean. And for what? For something he can't help that happened?
Oh.
I will be fine.
Not such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you.
Ooh, yes. We already saw the spear of Gaius? Yeah, Gaius Warzel.
I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Rean Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you fight with that?
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
It's a spear, but it has that odd cross-shaped head.
It looks kind of awesome.
It truly does.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no. It's an ornament, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbital staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Do I dare to make the comparison to Wiseman's weapon? I don't know why, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind, but yeah.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Rean.
Oh, my sword?
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an Eastern style of saber called a tachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. We should really be getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me.
Quite literally.
Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
Elliot has joined the party. And Gaius has joined the party. Party order. You can change the character leading the party in the camp menu or on the field map by pressing the LB button. In addition, you can use tactics section of the camp menu to change the party order as well as your battle formation. Encounter types. You can press the A button to attack enemies on the field. An attack from the front will cause an enemy to pause briefly, but if you manage to land an attack from behind, the enemy will be stunned for a set of time, or even faint, if the attacker's weapon type is effective against them. So we need to change our leader depending on the enemies we see in front of us. Triple advantage. Walk into a fainted enemy. Okay. Double advantage, advantage standard. Basically attack an enemy from the back with the type of weapon he's weak against. That's what I'm getting from this, so yes. If your level is significantly higher than the enemies, you can defeat them with a field attack. That's actually really cool. That makes going back to all the areas, if it is possible of course, because we don't know that yet, a lot easier, because you just swing away through the enemies and make sure they're no longer there, so you can explore at your own pace. Alright, I guess that's it. Don't see any items left behind. Let's have a quick look at the orbments of our other guests, so to speak. Cannon. Increased potency of healing arts. Tear and Aqua Bleed. So it's in healing. Amount healing multiplied by 1.25. Falco. Begin battle with insight status. What's the insight status? Is that like that you know the information from enemies? Or that you just start first? Maybe. It does look like he has a bigger grouping, which you usually see with people that are more art orientated. And he has even 4. Okay, so based... Ooh, this is green. Okay, so this is definitely an elemental slot we have. Good to know. We just need to find quartz to put in it. I'm sure somewhere along the dungeon we'll probably find 1 or 2 pieces just to play around with them, I'm sure. Alright, let's have a quick look at the tactics. A little bit to the front, I'm sure that is okay. Basically the same formation I use in Trails in the Sky. Melee characters all the way up front and to the back of them as close as we can with our art users or range combatants. Close enough that they can still reach their target, but behind the front line so they're not the first to get attacked. Yeah. It looks like Link is not activated yet, so we still have to learn about that, I guess. Alright. Let's do a little bit of the dungeon, see a fight or two so we can get a hang of it.
Yikes! A monster!
Huh. Never seen this kind before.
Looks like a flying feline. Careful, everyone.
Oh, that's actually quite cool. Active voice, like they have conversations while you're walking through a dungeon. Oh, that's actually a really nice thing to have. Okay, we'll use a few different leaders in order to figure out which one is the best against which enemies. Turn order. Active combatants each take action on their turn. After doing so, the ally or enemy below them on the battle order bar takes their turn. Yeah, we know how turn-based works. Turn bonuses. In battle, there are a variety of bonuses that can appear on different turns. Heal 10, 50, ooh, 50%, that's a lot. That's the one we really want, just like the CP up 50. 0 arts. Nice. And does it mean when it comes out or when we put it in? Because it means we have to change up the planning, but I guess we just have to get it and so we can learn how to use it. Double kitty kitty. Encounter? Yeah, I got one of those during the beginning section as well. Which basically is if an attack misses and the person that avoided it is close enough to the enemy, they can get a potential counterattack. Okay, I'm not used yet, so I just have to attack. Okay, attacking. Selecting the attack command will display the character's movement and attack range. If an enemy is outside the character's range... Yeah, I get that. Take the one that we already heard. Crafts. By dealing and receiving damage, you will gain CP points. You can use these points to perform crafts. Crafts are special combat unique to each character. New crafts are gained by leveling up.
Right.
Resounding Beat, which is defense of 25% and heals 30% every... Ooh. Very nice move, but we have to have it first. Ooh. So his weapon has an area attack. I like that.
It's my turn.
Makes him extremely useful. Gale Stinger, no S-Cross. Yeah, they do counter very easy, I like that. And they miss a lot too, that's good.
Here we go.
But yeah, let's gain some more CP first before we start playing with it. And let's for now go with the weaker characters until we figure out what works best. And is that indicator from Slash or something?
Okay, it's safe for now.
What they're weak against? Red Beast Flash.
Please tell me there aren't more of those things lurking around here.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
You can now view the active voice and monster guide tabs of your notebook. The active voice record list of the last 50 active voice lines heard, allowing you to reread them or listen to them again. The monster guide automatically records information on monsters you fought, serving as valuable reference. Hell yeah. Looking at monsters, seeing which one drops armor pieces, and then kick the shit out of them until they give it to us. Both can be accessed via the back menu or by choosing Note and selecting the relevant tab from the camp menu. Analysis. Fighting a given type of enemy gradually unlocks information about them. The battle scope item as well as certain arts and crafts can unlock all information at once. So fight them a lot or use scans. So does it mean that we want to use scans on bosses and the rest will just come naturally? I hope so, that will make it a lot easier for us. Zip it. Alright, so I did figure out during the main start of the game, when you first get to destroy those wooden boxes, that what's in there is totally random. Because I got way different items than the first time we went through there. So it's a little bit of luck, but I'm pretty sure in those pots we're not gonna find anything groundbreaking, is it? Okay, multiple ways we can go. I see a chest here.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Needle shoot. Ah, this looks like another quartz. Ah, so we can set this into our Arcus units. Most likely. Let's give it a try. Quartz. There are several varieties of quartz that can be used with Argus orbments. Quartz that enable you to use specific arts, quartz that increase your stats, and quartz with multiple functions, mostly rare quartz. Yeah, it's probably roughly the same as how we did it in Trails in the Sky, so I'm pretty sure we can handle that, and I will check it out between the episode. Uh, 57th of all, always extremely nice. Just so we can buy quartz, convert it to money, that kind of stuff. Is that? It looks like an orbment charging station. Orbment charging stations like this are often found left behind by some kindly explorer in particularly dangerous areas. If you encounter one, walk up to it and press A button, and then select rest to restore the HP and EP of all party members. Ah, this could be a lifesaver if we find ourselves flagging after a tough battle. Yeah, we should come back here and rest if we need to, just to be on the safe side. Not every single time we'll find something in there. And of course, because this is the first one we see, of course we instantly use it just to see if there is a reaction somewhere in our environment. I don't think physical attacks are going to be very effective against that monster. Yeah, I think you're right. We'll need to rely on Arch this time. Got it. Actually, attacking with my orbital staff has basically the same effect as an art, just without any casting time. So, if worst comes to worst, I should just be able to run up and smack it. Wow, really? I can see that thing coming in handy. Well, we're counting on you to lead the charge then. Here goes nothing. Okay, so he wants to be in charge? Right. Alright, let's see how it does.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Double advantage. Arts. Arts are a kind of magic which require an orbment to use. They can be used by setting up quartz or master quartz into an orbment. Art require time to cast and consume EP when used. Attack arts and support arts. Elemental efficacy. This shows how effective arts of each element will be against an enemy. Yeah. We've learned that through Trails in the Sky. Discover which elemental an enemy is weak against to finish them off more quickly. Yes, we will, but that will probably be the next round.
Arcus, activate. Alright. Arcus, activate.
My turn.
And you can just attack, right? That's what you said. That's a decent amount of damage. Damn, his cane does a lot more damage than mine did. What does a normal attack do then? Absolute 0. Okay, so it's not like we're doing just a little bit of damage, so we can choose whether to use arts or attack. It just does nothing.
My turn.
Maybe if we level up enough.
My turn. All right, let's keep going.
Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, I think it feels like we are going...
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
Really?
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
We only went straight so far. I think you'll be fine. Sabith. Ooh. Okay, one more fight. An insectoid monster, huh? Looks like that the shell can take a real beating. Might be pretty tough to take it down. Agreed. We'll need to keep our wits about us against this one. We should probably give it everything we've got, arts and crafts included, and see what works best.
Leave it to me. Enemy sighted.
So, ooh, this is a big group. This shows how likely an enemy is to be afflicted with a particular status ailment. So it works the same as the elemental. So the higher the number, the more damage it will get, or the more it's affected by it. And 0, complete immunity. Efficacy only represents how likely the status ailment is going to work on an enemy. It does not affect that ailment's duration or potency. Alright, yeah, we can go through it, but I think it's all pretty standard. Except Nightmare, I think that's a new one. Even more? Yeah, I think we might need
It's my turn.
To be a little bit more serious this fight, cause it's a big group.
My turn.
Autumn Leaf caught her. That's, ooh, 2 are sealed. That's really good.
There.
If they're sealed, they won't be able to do anything? Perhaps.
Right.
I think we need to use him. Ooh, no, support tier.
Arcus activate.
Just to keep him healed up.
Thanks.
I wish we had an S-Craft.
You're mine.
Damn, they are focusing a lot on him, isn't it? Counter. Perfect.
Go.
Well, the advantage of them being so close means we do get to attack more enemies at once.
There. Leave it to me. I'm sure we'll make it as soon as we just focus on our elements. That's a little bit too small, isn't it? I wish it was bigger.
Give it up, everyone.
Good. It seems that he is too far away to get hit by the box right now. That's good. Firebolt. And that's it. I'm seeing if I can get close to the main group and maybe do the resounding beat once again so he has it as well. Because regen seems pretty decent to have that. It's 5 enemies, I'll take it. I wonder if all groups are gonna be this big, or if it's just because it's like a lesson.
Give it up, everyone!
Refill for the rest, and give Rean it as well. Alright, good. Come on, we should have been able to kill at least a few of them, really.
Leave it to me.
Oh, come on. Okay, seems legit. At least one of them should die now. 2 of them, good. An item drop? And why is that one particular one all the way back there? Good. Alright, I think this fight is over. We have won this.
Thanks.
But yeah, we have to see if all fights are this long. I will probably show most of the fights, but if there are a few that are this long and they are repeated, like if we're moving through a dungeon, I might cut a few out of them, out of the Let's Play, but we'll see. It's just like we have to get a taste for it first, you know what I mean? Normal attacks are really low. Yeah, this game does like to really make it clear that use what you have to fight. Could also be the hard mode that we are using. But we don't mind a little challenge, right?
Right. Oh, we did it.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. I can get up. And there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
Huh?
No!
What?
Okay. Who saved us?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Ah, Machias. Ooh, I like that. One big ass shotgun.
You said your name was Machias, right?
That's right. I came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did. Let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you?
The more the merrier, and you have a gun. I think we'll like you. I always do like ranged characters.
I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard. The name's Rean Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Guy Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to?
Really? That's how you start a conversation with your classmates? Can you tell me if you're a noble or not, so I know whether or not I can trust you, or rip you a new one? Not the best start, Machias, really.
I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst.
Yeah. I would withhold information like that if you'd ask me in this situation, cause we're in a dungeon. I don't want somebody to tear me a new asshole. A new one. Let's keep it clean.
But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then? What about you, Rean?
Well... let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins.
Okay, that's a very peculiar way of saying it, Rean. Huh.
So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. I'm somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
To be honest, I think they'll be fine. You did see the blade on one of them, right?
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
Alright, let's go.
Machias has joined the party. Minimap. You can expand the minimap by pressing the start button. Standard view, expanded view. Pretty standard. Alright, that should get us into a new screen, and that will be the perfect place to leave today's episode. So this way we probably got most of the information out of the way on how combat works, because that's the reason why I went on a little bit longer than I usually do. Usually I try to keep it between half an hour and 45 minutes, but since there was a big story part and this is our first dungeon, I wanted to have a couple of fights in, get all the instructions out of the way, that if I do decide to fight a little bit between the episodes, which I will probably do whenever I can, I don't get any text scenes or anything like that you might miss at that point, because I want to show you guys as much as we can and enjoy the story as much as we can. But for now, we're gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna go through the rest of this dungeon, see what we can find, see what's at the end of it, and of course meet up with the rest of our class members and see if we can try to get along a little bit. At least everyone besides Machias and Joseph, because those two, they have a bone to pick with each other, but we'll figure it out along the way. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time to see what's at the end of this dungeon. Alright, bye bye.